I know, it's 40 minutes long, but hear me out. This tutorial is a big one, but it's for people who haven't even attempted an edit yet. You don't have to watch it all, but I thought if I was going to make a tutorial, I was going to do it right. In the comments, I've pinned the times for all of the different parts of this video. It includes splitting in video style, importing music, and loads more. I've put loads of effort into this, and I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like and maybe comment if this helped you. I won't make this video any longer, so without further ado. So the first thing you got to do when making your dance edit is obviously find some clips. Now, because I'm on Nintendo Switch, I can't clip my own skins dancing, which is really annoying, so I end up using other people's skins dancing from channels such as Spook or Ren. This video here is from Spook's channel, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. So the first thing you're going to want to do, once you've got your clip, is head over to an app called CapCut. It's free and probably one of the best apps I think I've got for dance edits. You click the new project thing at the top, which is the plus button, and once you've done that, it pops up with a huge list of all your videos, and this one's photos here. First, find your edit, which is, if I can find it here, yeah. And to insert the video, you just tap on the thumbnail of the video. Here. Try and click the circle, and then click add in the bottom right. So once you've done that, it will pop up with a screen like this. The first thing you're going to want to do is basically find where your dance starts. So I can see it starts there. So I'm going to tap on the middle bar, which is my video, and I'm going to find where my dance first starts. So that's where it starts, and then in the bottom left I'm going to click the split button, which clearly splits the video, as you can see. And then I tap on the first part of my clip, and I'll just click the delete button because I don't need that. The next thing I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to mute the clip first so you can actually hear me. The next thing I'm going to do is find other dance loops. So you can see, yeah, that's where it loops there. So basically loops is where the dance ends and starts again. A lot of people who do, well, I loop my dances, my clips, because I think a lot of people who do dance edits will know that this very annoying white notification bar here sometimes pops up, which blocks the view of your skin, which is really annoying. So I end up looping the bit of the dance, so I don't get this in my edit. So to loop your dance, you're going to want to find a key part, right? Easily identifiable part of your dance, because sometimes dances like this are really hard to loop because, their hands might just be in the wrong position, so it makes it all jittery. I think this is a clear identifiable part here, so I'm going to tap on my middle bar and click the split button like I did before. You can see the video is split. I'm going to find where the dance hits that exact point again. I'm pretty sure it's over here, around 16 seconds. Yeah, you see, just there. So I'm going to split that. And then I don't need the end part of my video because, like I said, it's got the white bar in, so I'm going to delete it. So this part here, to loop it, I'm going to click on it and scroll along the bottom bit here, and you're going to click copy, which is further on the bar. If you click copy, it literally copies the dance, so it loops it. And then you're going to want to check that your video runs smoothly. So where you split your dance here is the exact same point as here, and then you've copied that, so that point is also the exact same point as over here. So it should run smoothly. You just got to watch it through. Yeah, so that's good. If you look at the dance, other than the colours changing in the skins, there's no real difference. It doesn't jitter or lag or whatever you want to call it. So basically I'm going to copy that a couple of times just so my video is around maybe 40 seconds long, because yeah, no edit should really be longer than that. So once I've done that, I'm going to find some music to add to my dance. Basically using this below the middle bar here, there's a add audio, which just here, and it pops up with 4 options. The first one is sounds. So this is free non-copyright like small clips of sounds. But it's kind of good music, and it's already on CapCut, so it's like free to use and stuff. It's useful, but I don't end up using that very often. This is like an example of one. So, I mean, it can be useful. They do sound good, but I don't really use them that often. And then there's your sounds, which is further along here, like 2 to the right. If I can click it, yeah, okay. And then if you click from your device, this basically, it says importing iTunes, so it gets all your songs from your albums and stuff. So you can see I've got like songs from Imagine Dragons and stuff like that. I don't really use that, so. But anyway, other than that, there is effects, which is like laughter. So again, I'm not ever going to use that in a dance edit, I don't think. And then other than that, there's extracted, which is, this is the one which you're going to use. This one here. It's really useful because it allows you to take the sound from a video. So that's the one we're going to use, and I'll just show you the other one. Then there's voiceover, which is literally what I'm doing now, where it's just you talking over a video. So I'm going to import the sound, which I've chosen using the extracted part. I've chosen to do the Rocket League music because I think it's quite good, and I couldn't find any other music, and so I was just slapping the music on the dance because I want to get this tutorial out to help you guys. So once you do that, it imports the music, and I'll let you listen to it. So you get the gist. The music's quite long, so we will trim that. One top tip, I'd say, your dance here, on the bottom bar, there's lots of things like speed and animation and things, and there's also volume, and you can change the volume of your video. If you set this to 0, it means you can only hear the music you've just like inserted, and that's really good. Okay, so after that, you're going to want to trim. So this is like excess video that I copied earlier, but we clearly don't need that because the music doesn't stretch that far, so I'm going to delete that. There's also sometimes you can import too much music, so like your dance edit, mine's probably not going to be 30 seconds long, so I think I'm going to cut a bit off the end, because if you listen to this, so at this point here is where it begins another verse, or another part of the chorus, which I don't want. So I'm going to make sure the white line is directly on that, and then I'm going to click split, which splits the music, as you can see. I'm going to delete the unwanted part. I'm going to do the same with the start, because there's a lot, if you listen, at least 8 seconds of this repeated beat. Yeah, and then that's quite boring to listen to for 8 seconds, so I'm going to cut a bit off. It doesn't really matter how much. I think around, I don't really want to listen to it for 8 seconds, so I'm going to make sure my white line is on, like, say 6, and I'm going to split my video. This, you can see it splits the video, not the video, the sound, and then I'm going to delete the first part, the unwanted bit, and this means that this is the sound I'm going to use for my edit, basically. I'll play it to you now. Yeah, okay. It still might be a bit too long, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to make sure my white line lines up with the end of the music. I'm going to tap on my main bar. I'm going to split and delete the last part of this video because we don't need it, because the music doesn't stretch onto this part. So you can see both the music and the dance. Yeah, like that. So I'm going to do the same with the start, because otherwise we'd be waiting for 6 seconds for any music to start. So I'm going to make sure the white line lines up again, tap on my the main bar, click split, and delete the first part. Like, watch as I do this. Yeah, see, all this other part, like the part of the video basically shifts left, and then it means like you've got a bit missing there. Basically to solve this, you can, if you hold on the music bar, you see it changes colour, and then you can move it. So if you drag it, like I just did then, drag it to the start so it lines up where the dance first begins. I'm just going to watch this through and make sure I'm happy with it. What you can do, like if you want to be more sophisticated or more of a pro at dance editing, you can make sure like the music lines up with the dance. So you can see at this point here where they lift their arms up, there's a beat there. If you just listen, yeah. So I think that looks quite good. Anyway, I'm just going to watch this through now and make sure I'm happy with it.
Underwater.
Yeah, so I think I'm happy with this. It doesn't match up exactly, and I've done better edits, but like I said, I was just slapping on the music to the dance to get this tutorial out for you guys. So I'm going to next click the button in the top right, which is arrow above a line. That's the export button. So I'm going to tap that, and it sends you to this screen. You need to click the bottom button, which is export. You don't need to mess around with any of the resolution or frame rate lines. So I'm going to click export. I'm going to do this once because there's still a bit more to edit, which I'll show you guys in a second. Right, so it's done that. That basically means it's sent it to my camera roll, which you can see in a second. So I'm going to click the back arrow and I'm going to exit this. So I'm actually going to name this just so I know, because it can get a bit confusing otherwise. So I'll call it original, if I can spell correctly. Right, I'm going to click a new project because what I just exported, I'm going to import into this new part of CapCut. So this video just here is the one we just exported. So I'm going to import it. Now I do this because to get your edits like really fast, you're going to want to slow your edit down. So you slow the music and the song down, and this is basically just my way of doing it. You guys probably have your own ways, but I'm just telling you guys this is how I do it. So that is the video which we just exported, like I said. So in the bottom tab here, once you click on the bar, there's all this stuff down here, and there's in between split and volume, there's speed. Now don't worry about the curve thing, that's just, I don't know, I don't bother with that. If you click normal, this changes the whole video, so you could make it 100 times faster, which literally makes it half a second long, or you can slow it down to 0.5, which is what I do. So I make it half the speed basically. So I'm going to click the yes, the arrow. The bad thing is this does make it literally like so long. And if you put all of this into Video Star, it basically means once you've split it all, the Video Star, it's unable to send it to your camera roll, which is what happened to me the other day with one of my edits, because I literally sent a nearly 50-second video into Video Star, and it was all full of constant splits, and it just basically lagged my whole Video Star and broke it. Like if I play this, you can tell it's like slow motion. Yeah, okay. So the back arrows up here, I'm just going to click one of them just to show you that I have, just to reset the speed so it's back to 22 seconds. But basically when I do my edits, you can't, like I said, you can't send a 50-second video into Video Star. So what I do is I split the video into two. So split the video into two. So it's 24 seconds long, or 22 rather, and I'm going to split it basically into half, so it's easier for Video Star to export it later on. Because it's 22 seconds long, I'm just going to halve it and split it at 11. I'm going to tap this and click split. If your phone's good, like my phone's not really a good phone because it didn't have that much memory, and Video Star lags a lot for me. But if your phone is, say, like the latest one, you might not need to do this. So first we're going to work with the first part of the video, this part. I'm going to temporarily delete this last part to just get rid of it, but I can bring it back in a second using the back arrows up here. So I'm going to slow this down like that, 0.5. And that is basically the first part of my edit. And the first part of your edit, normally with me, is like the slow part, and then the second half of the edit is the really, really fast part, and with all the effects and stuff. So I'm going to export this using the same button, the arrow above a line. I'm going to do this twice because you'll see later. Alright, I'm not going to click the done button. Do not click the done button. Alright, I'm going to click the back arrow in the top left. I'm going to export it again. Yep. Okay, so the reason I haven't clicked the done button is because if you do, then that basically exits you out of CapCut and resets these back arrows here, which makes you unable to undo the speed and undo the split, which is like very awkward and bad. So that's what I've just done there. I've undone the split, I've undone the delete basically, so I've brought back the second half because I'm going to use this later. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my camera roll, my photos, and you can see this is my original video, 23 seconds. And then these two down here are the first part of my edit, and they're half speed. Yeah, I put it half speed basically because it is easier to split in video style basically. So I'm going to crop this using the, well, I presume you know how to use the Apple editing thing. I'm going to crop this. Yeah, so I exported 2 videos because each video needs to have one skin in. You can't edit it with both skins in because it just doesn't work. So I'm going to crop this skin now. Yep. Okay, so after you've done this, you're going to want to head over to Video Star. Here. Going to click the plus button in the top right, and the things here, these ones, these are basically the screen sides of your video. So if you're going to do a landscape video, you'd use that one, but we're going to use the square one that's already on there that you can see is selected there. So I'm going to click edit video. I'm going to import this one first. It doesn't matter which one you do first. So you can see that's the same one that we've done. Yep. And then I'm going to click new multi-layer. And then I'm going to click add. And then I'm going to import the other one. This is just, it's just been stretched. That doesn't matter because it'll probably just be like by like a millisecond, so it won't matter. Then I'm going to click cancel up here, and then yes. So just to show you, if I click select, you've got the 2 skins dancing there, and they're synced there. So now what we're going to do is click edit and multi-split scene. You can see this bar here basically shows the sound. So what you can do is basically click play, and using the set button down here, you just tap on that every single beat. But if you want it to be really accurate or really fast, you should probably do it my way, and I'm going to show you how. Just to make this easier to look at, I'm going to set, so at every 3 seconds, I'm going to click set. Because that basically, like, you see all these like peaks in the sound, they're all squished together, so they're really hard to see. Once you split them, they become like wider. You'll see in a second. I'm just going to leave this last bit. We'll do that in a second. So you can see now it's split into like 4 pieces. So we're going to edit the first one by clicking edit and multi-split scene. And if I play this, yep, you can see that, like, see where the dips are, and then it suddenly rises. that is where the beats are. So you're going to drag your white dot. This is how you make it really accurate, basically. And you're going to click set and try and get it as like on the start of everyone, basically. So here, like that one might be a bit off. So what I'm going to do is click this arrow here, and then click remove. I'll just try and get it again because I just like to be accurate. And I'll do this one as well. And if you watch my the white ball as it plays, you'll see that every time it crosses over the blue line, that is basically one beat. Yep, so you see that? Okay, so I'm going to click split there. So that is split that 3-second clips into like each beat. Right, so what I'm going to do now, this is how you like switch between the skins. So using this arrow here, I'm going to click select and then choose the other one, and then it switches to that one, and then click that one again, and then click select, and so on. So if I just play this, you'll see it switches. So that's really easy to do. I'm going to show you, I'm going to do the next one, and then I'm just going to end the screen recording, and I'll like re-record the screen recording when I've done all of them. When I've done all the slow ones rather, and I've got to the end. So you see that actually gets a bit faster, so it's a bit harder to identify, but we should be okay. So you can click. So you just gotta try and find where each beat is. Sometimes you're a bit off. I'm just gonna try my best here. Okay, so I could tell that's on there. Yeah, okay, so I think that's right. What I've done here, like just watch the white ball cross over the blue lines, and I'm pretty sure every beat, like I've got every beat. Yeah, so I'm gonna split that. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's basically every two. You click select and switch between skins, as you can see. So there's the normal one, then that one, the normal one, then that one, the normal one, then this one's meant to be that one, the normal one, then you switch it again, the normal one, then you switch it again, the normal one, and then you switch it again. Okay, alright, so I'll come back to you when I get to the faster bit at the end.
6.5 hours later.
Right, so this is where I've got to so far. I have split the music up and switched the skins, but I haven't done the last fast bit yet. But this is what I've done so far. So that is where I make it fast. So basically, you might notice that as I've been playing that, the music did sound a bit off, but you can fix that later on. I'll show you how. Okay, so I'm going to edit the last bit now. So you can see if I just play this. Yeah, so that's where it first begins, isn't it? I hope you guys are finding this alright. It is quite... I didn't realise how hard it was to explain it, to be honest. So, this is the bit, like, see in between these blue lines, that's the bit I'm going to make go really, really fast. So to do that, I'm going to click split. So, this part here is the underwater. So this part here is the really fast bit. And basically what I'm going to do is every 0.3 seconds I'm going to click set. So basically 0.3 is the minimum, like okay, what I so if I try to split it every 0.1 second, you can't set it. It says splits must be at least 3 frames away from other splits at the start or end of the scene. So 3 frames is 0.3 seconds. So every 0.3 seconds, I'm going to do my maths, and I'm going to split this. This is where it gets really quite boring, to be honest. But it's worth it in the end when you realise how fast it goes. Yeah, so I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can. If you do have any questions later on once this video is over, please do say something in the comments, because like I said, it's my first tutorial and this video is probably going to end up being like an hour long, because yeah, oh my god, yeah. Alright, okay, so that is officially split, alright, every 0.3 seconds. I'm going to click split down the bottom here, and you can see no matter how many times I click this, it's just like there. Okay, so I'm just going to play this back a bit. Oops, sorry. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna make this one this. Right, okay. Now, this is the fun part, where you get to choose between the skins. So, this is the normal one, then you need to select the other one, then it flips back to the normal one, and you need to select the other one, and so on, basically. Yep, that's it. And so, okay, I'll let you watch this. It looks fast, but then it gets even faster when you speed it back up in CapCut later, because remember, this is slow and we're going to speed it back up. Yeah, okay, so literally it's 3 seconds now, or 1 second now, but it will literally be 0.5 second when you speed it back up. But anyway, so I've officially split this video up. So I'm going to click the X button. I'm going to click I don't know, whatever it says. And I'm going to click send to camera roll. Depending on how good, whether your Wi-Fi or your storage is, it depends on how fast this exports. So that one actually really fast for me. I don't know why that was. But you can see, if I head over to my camera roll, and even the fast part. Right, okay, so that is our first part of our dance edit done. Now we need to go back into CapCut. Yep, and we need to go into our slow one. This is our slow one. Remember, so this is the bit I was just editing here. So now we need to temporarily delete this one and focus on editing the last part. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to slow it down. Right, and then I'm going to export this twice, remember? And I'm not going to click the done button, because that leaves me in serious doo-doo and it messes me up a bit. So click the back arrow, export it again. Yep, and then we're basically halfway there. So I'm going to click the back arrow just to reset the speed and undo the delete, so it's basically back to normal. I'm going to go to my camera roll, and you see there's the two last parts. So I'm going to crop these like I did last time. And then I'll go over to Video Star and do this part, and then we'll be halfway there. Depending on how long this video is, I might do a separate video on effects. I'm not entirely sure, because this one's splitting it mainly and getting the music, because I don't want to make an hour long video, because that would be very bad for you guys, having to sit there for an hour. Okay, alright, so now you've cropped your second part, you're going to head over to Video Start again. You can see this is your first part, this one here, but you're going to go to Add and do the same thing as last time, Edit Video. We're going to, is this one here, I believe. Yeah, you can tell it's different music. So we'll put that in. And then click New and Multi-Layer, number 2, and then the other one. Yeah, that's the right one. I'm just checking because otherwise it could go horribly wrong if I accidentally import the wrong one. Okay. And then click cancel, and yes. And you can see the 2 videos are there. Right, so because I know if I exit this, my last video, or my last one, it ended on this skin. So I've got to make sure the second part starts on the other skin. So to do that, I'm going to click select and then just swap it to the other skin. Right, multi-split scene. So I'm going to try, oh wait, what I'm going to do, I'm going to split the video. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm splitting this part into 1 second parts, because that makes it a hell of a lot easier when splitting it, because otherwise, like, it just hurts your eyes. Okay, do one here. But basically this is the fast part. I'm just going to split this. I'll do the next part in a second. But I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to do edit multi-split scene. And remember what we did before when we split it every 0.3 seconds? That's literally what we've got to do for 23 seconds if you want to make it ridiculously fast. Yeah, so I think it actually did. Yeah, it starts here, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it starts there. Pretty sure that's where it starts. So that bit's like still the first, or like the bit where there's 1 skin, and then this is the start of the fast bit. So I'm just going to split that again, and then move to this part. Edit multi-split scene, and yes, this is it. So every 0.3 seconds, you can't do it there. So then split. So remember that it starts on this skin, so then the next one has to be that, and so forth. Right, okay, so multi-split scene, and we do it again. I'll just show you the next 2, or this one rather, and play it to you, and then I'll skip to when I'm finally done, because this might take a while. God. Yeah. Okay. You've got to make sure that you are swapping between the skins, because there's no point in splitting the video and then not swapping between the skins, because that's the fun part in my opinion. So if I play that, it's going to be fast, and then when I speed it up, it will be even faster. There we go. Alright, so I'll come back to you when I've done all of this. Wish me luck, like the video please. Yeah, and then I'll show you how to assemble the 2 parts.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, I am back after an eternity of maths and splitting this stupid thing. I do have to say, like, you don't have to do this to do a dance edit, and I'm sure there's another way, and if you know of one that's a lot easier, then please do tell me, because it takes, like, it doesn't take too long, but it takes a lot longer than just doing, like, a slow edit. So yeah, I will let you guys see it. The music is a bit weird, but that is normal, because that 1 skin is playing the song and the other skin is playing the song as well. So it's like a bit like 1 skin's just like a millisecond behind or something. But you can fix that in CapCut later on, and I'll show you how. So okay, I'll let you see it. Yeah, so that's it. So we're gonna export that now. Center camera roll. Hopefully yours looks something like mine. Like, it could be a lot slower. Like, well, when I first started doing edits, I knew nothing about this, and then I suddenly thought, wow, I should slow it down and speed it back up again. And then I realised, like, it was every 0.3 seconds that you could split it. Okay, this sometimes happens to me. Like, this bar never goes up once it stops for some reason. It's really bad. This happens like when you've got a lot of splits like I have in this one, and it sometimes takes a couple of attempts to export it, but yeah, it's what happened with my, yeah, see it's frozen again. It's fine, we'll get there eventually. Sometimes to do with internet as well. If you have really bad internet or like a lag spike or whatever, then
Many months later.
Okay, it seems to be getting worse.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
This can be in like the bloopers part. We'll get there eventually.
Day 2.
Or we could just stay here forever and not export it, which is also fine. Okay, jeez, I just didn't want to jinx it, that's why I wasn't talking. Okay, alright, so you can see that that is in my camera roll now. Yeah, so that one, yeah, this one here is, that's the one we were just doing. That's the first one. So now we're going to go back into CapCut. I'm going to open another one. Another new project. Okay. I'm not going to do that. And I'll be back in a second once I've deleted some stuff.
6.5 hours later.
So I'm back. I basically just had to clear out my recently deleted because my phone's not got as much storage as it used to have. So, new project. Right, okay, so got to find which one was the first part of our edit. Okay, so it is that one. So that's the one we're going to add first. So add the first part of your edit. Yep, and then go to the end and click the plus button here. And then we've got to add the second part to your edit, which is, let me find it. Yeah, that one. Okay, and then I'm going to add that. Right, so what we're going to do now is speed up. Remember we slowed it down? So because it was 0.5, to make it 1, we've got to times it by 2. So put 2 times. Make sure it's exactly on 2 times. They've both got to be 2 times. And they've also got to be muted because they sound really weird. Volume. And then we're going to add sound here. Using the extracted thing that we did earlier, and our first edit, is it this one? I think it's this one, I don't know. I'm trying to basically import the one that wasn't slow. Okay, it's this one, so hopefully this should all go, hopefully this should all work smoothly. If not, we can like edit it a bit. So I'll show you now, it's probably a bit loud.
Underwater.
So that is what you guys would call fire, I believe. Okay, just checking I'm screen recording. So we've got to check this runs smoothly and that there's no jittering. Okay, so there's not. It just changes skin. Okay. So, you notice how there's that white bit on the bottom? Basically, all you've got to do to fix that is export this video. Export it. And then we'll just crop it in our camera roll. And then that is literally it. So yours, you can click down on this because you don't need to click any back arrows. Yours should look something like that. Maybe not as extremely fast, but hopefully something near that. Hopefully I've explained it like well. So the best size to have I've found is if you go into crop and then at the top there's like this, I don't know what it's meant to be, like a measuring thing, and then it has all these measurements. You want the 9:16 one, and then you can crop at the white bits. You don't want the white bits basically, and then you can move the thingy so your skin is centered. And 9:16 I believe is like the phone screen size that you want. I can't really remember now, but that's the one I use for all of mine. And then hopefully yeah, you have your edit. Now, I think I've made the decision. I think I will do a separate video for effects, because otherwise, like I said, this video will be an hour long. And all the other beats which I haven't done anything with will be like the cube effects or whatever. And I'll show you how to do that next video. But yes, I hope this helps, and I hope you're impressed with the edit. And I hope yours looks something like this. But anyway, yes. Right, bye, I guess.
Underwater.